Welcome to the Horse Talk Show. Have you ever seen a horse who could talk? With your host, Louisa Barton, who really wants to be a famous rider. She really loves to ride fast. Presented by Peterson and Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care.
Truth is, I have horses with people problems.
Now here's the Brit on the bit, Louisa Barton. Enjoy the show.
Larson Farms is our TV broadcast sponsor. Mr. Richard Larson, a man of great integrity, cares about every single bale of hay and about taking care of his customers. He also has a huge heart for those genuinely in need. Larson Farms, Idaho's finest alfalfa. The Horse Talk Show broadcasts from the CEP's Equine Studios in downtown Ocala in the horse capital. Welcome to the Horse Talk Show, presented by Peterson and Smith Equine Hospital
and Complete Care.
Thank you to Larson Farms, our broadcast sponsor.
Idaho's finest alfalfa.
Oh, look at you two. Louisa Martin here, host and executive producer of the show. I have my co-host dancing, Pete Rodda, who you get to see dancing in the last segment when he does his Horsemanship tip of the week. Woo-hoo. And I have, what's her name again?
Chick.
Olivia Fuller here from Crystal Cryo. She actually had a wonderful CEP Equine Initiative presented by Piranha experience last week that we're going to share with you later on the show when she rode her very first Paso Fino. And you know we always have a word of the week. Drum roll.
Dun, dun, dun. Ooh, it's sparkle.
It's sparkle. Oh, that's
it's
such
like
an easy word.
It's like me, just a sparkling ray of sunshine.
You're always sparkle. I love that, the way you sparkle. It's fantastic. That's such an easy word. Now, Isaac, our show producer, is going to be counting the times we say the word sparkle. Oh my gosh, he's shaking his head over there like, oh, I have 3 children to keep up with this show. That's great.
Eventually the rules are going to be you have to use it in a sentence, not just say the word.
Yes, you're right. So a great lineup for the show. We have Dr. Cayot. I think it's Dr. Cayot that's talking about how to treat your veterinarian. Being kind to your veterinarian is very important because we don't want to run them off because we need them, especially your large animal veterinarians. So Dr. Cayot's going to share some sweet ways that you can make your veterinarian feel
It's a new commercial.
Special.
Be nice to your veterinarian.
I know. Well, it is actually very important. You have no idea because we don't have as many of them and we have a lot more horses. So it's really important that we're nice to them. Plus, they have
remember, they
we
might have
make
an emergency.
them sparkle. Like they make our animals sparkle.
Oh, you're good. Really, I'm
She's sparkling.
Oh, that doesn't count. Isaac will tell you no ing
okay.
on the end of sparkle. And then we actually have a pre-recorded segment that we did with Brad Bolen from Lip Chip when he was here, and it's phenomenal, the information you're going to learn about Lip Chip. And he is such a big supporter, not just of us and the CEP and the show and everything. He is also constantly out there trying to help other people, and he called me and told me about some floods that happened in California and shared with me that Reins of H.O.P.E had some issues, a organization out there that really needs some help. So we're going to talk to them after the interview with Brad Bolen, and then we're going to share the Paso Finos with you, and then it'll be Pete's turn. But in this first segment we do have some events to mention to you, and of course the Spirit Walk is at the Horse Protection Association of Florida, turning tragedy into triumph. We love this organization in Micanopy. You do need to book an appointment in advance if you'd like to do the Spirit Walk. It is the second Saturday of the month from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Again, make sure you have an appointment. They have these amazing little miniature horses that are absolutely adorable.
And you get to walk with them and hang out with them.
Yeah.
No treats, though.
Yep, no treats. And then you get to fill out a little thing as you do it and how you feel about it. And, it's a really good sparkle time. With
You can't just make up the sentences that don't make sense.
I feel like that's a negative, too.
And what are their names?
We have Faith, Hope, love, and courage.
Courage.
All very important and very sweet. And what a lovely experience for you and a great experience for them because they get to go for a walk. So that's a really nice way. So you can reach out to Christine at hpaf.org if you would like to make an appointment to visit the minis.
Come out and join us.
This is exciting. So MTRA, which is the Marion Therapeutic Riding Association, is actually celebrating 40 years doing all that they do to help children and adults and veterans. And they do some amazing programs, really, really impressive. That event is actually February 4th at the gorgeous CF Vintage Farm from 6 to 10 p.m. But the exciting news is currently sold out. So if you'd like to come to that event, you might have to see if someone's already got a table you can join. But we're very excited for them and we want to congratulate them anyway and celebrate with them.
Be dancing.
They'll be dancing.
A band.
Pete will be cutting up the floor, I'm sure, as usual.
He'll sparkle his way all the way across.
He will sparkle because he sparkles at those events.
I want a new word.
Isaac's got some more for us. I know he does. Look at that. This is the one I always stumble over. Ride, roll, relay. And Bree Jimenez was here with us last week. And boy, she is so fun. She is just such a... actually, she should have a... facial. But she... Not because she needs one. Because she's...
It's relaxing.
She has a natural sparkle. But it is relaxing and she would love it. And she works hard too. She's on the trails all the time.
Luis is going to ride. I get to run, and Isaac gets to roll.
He's
going to
roll
bicycle,
and
yes.
I'm gonna film.
Gigi's going to supervise us. That's scary. But April 1st, yes, it is. April 1st, 2023, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. at a wonderful place, the Florida Horse Park, which means you can also stop in and see my mini asses who live there. And you can create your own team. Actually, somebody can do all of those, but you'd have to be a real fitness guru, triathlon type of person for that. But you can have a runner, an equestrian, a mountain biker, and there's raffles, food, vendor booths, 3-person team, $70 per racer. And this is all for a great cause because it benefits the volunteer organization of the Cross Florida Greenway. And without them, we would not have the amazingly beautiful and wonderful Greenway that we have here in the horse capital. So we're very fortunate to have that. So you can go to runsignup.com/RRRelay relay and you can get signed up for that. Support a great cause and have a lot of fun on April Fool's Day. Don't think we won't be playing tricks on you that day because it is April 1st.
I'm telling you, you go that way. That's where you run.
No, it'd be amazing if they told me I won. And then they said, April Fool.
Yeah,
I'd be so disappointed. Yes, that would be very disappointing.
They give you a trophy anyways for participation.
Oh, do I get the participation trophy?
I don't know. I made that up.
Oh, my. Okay. Well, anyway, I think those are all of our events. Did we get all of our events? Isaac's nodding, so that's good. That's all ones we know about anyway. Of course, the horse capital of the world.
There's
always
more
an
events
event.
in Ocala that we don't know about than I think that we know about.
I would have to say that there's probably more events in Ocala than there are all over Florida. It seems like we're constantly doing something like we can't keep up. So, welcome to the CEP's partnership roles. We're very excited to have.
I'm a new member of the CEP.
Partner.
Oh, partner, excuse
Yes,
me.
you're a new
partner.
partner.
I'm a new partner.
Yes.
It's different than being a member because
Yes.
everyone works with each other to help each other grow.
Exactly.
It's part of the partnership community.
I'm a partner. Thank you.
You're a partner, so
I
welcome.
was very welcomed at the CEP Equine and the after hours.
Yeah, so you went to your first business after hours last week, and there was a good mix there of equine people as well as non-equine people.
So I challenge all you horse people out there, join the CEP. I'll keep you informed of what's been going on as I continue my year journey.
Yes, and a quick mention before we go to break, Sneaky Snacks was actually purchased by a couple of very good friends of mine in partnership with each other. I was very excited to see them at Business After Hours. So if you haven't checked out Sneaky Snacks for horses, you should, because it's exciting and we'll probably have them on the show and talk about what they want to do here in the horse capital and beyond. So check out Sneaky Snacks. We'll be right back with Dr. Adam Cayot. Stay with us. This portion of the show is presented by Peterson and Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care. And our TV broadcast sponsor is Larson Farms, Idaho's finest alfalfa. Supporting sponsors are DAC Vitamins and Minerals, Seminole Feed Stores, Lip Chip LLC, Piranha, Florida HVAC Services, Crystal Cryo, Ocala Dog Ranch, and The Drinking Post. This show is brought to you in part by DAC Vitamins and Minerals of Florida. All horses need a solid immune system, excellent joint support, a healthy gut, and DAC has all the vitamins and minerals they need with the NASC stamp of approval. So like them on Facebook now or go to feeddac.com. DAC, it makes a world of difference.
With over 70 years of collective experience in the horse industry, Lip Chip was built with integrity by horsemen for horsemen. Introducing the Chip Link system, powered by Lip Chip, where a 15-digit unique ID becomes a key to unlock not only identity, but also health paperwork, owner information, and even photos of each horse. So simple, even a child can do it. The future is here. The future is Lip Chip.
The Horse Talk Show broadcasts from the CEP's Equine Studios in downtown Ocala in the horse capital.
Hi, this is Hall of Fame jockey Mike Smith. We're listening to the Horse Talk Show.
Louisa Barton here for the Horse Talk Show at Peterson and Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care. I have Dr. Adam Cayot with me, and we're going to talk about a very important topic, which is be kind to your vet. Now, we all know we love our vet, right? Absolutely, whether it's the dog, the horse, cow, whatever. But sometimes when our vet comes, it might be in the case of an emergency, and we might be in a bit of a panic. And we need to bear in mind that they have lots of other clients who maybe has an even bigger panic than yours, or maybe an even bigger emergency, possibly. I know personally from experience, when you're having a horse emergency, you feel a little bit helpless. So it certainly is understandable that you're stressed out. But the best thing to do is take some deep breaths and kind of get yourself together and follow the instructions of your veterinarian. And I'm going to let Dr. Adam Cayot take it from there.
Thank you. Yeah, be kind to your veterinarian. Yeah, certainly. We as veterinarians, it's a very stressful job. There's a lot of stress involved. There's a lot of fun involved, but there's a lot of stress involved. I mean, I watch Dr. Pohl. He has no stress ever. It's just, he's just happy and going all. So anyway, that's on TV. Oh, wait a minute, we're on TV. But anyway, it is a stressful job. Time for the veterinarian is of the essence. Understanding by our clients is paramount. We are always crunched for time. So if owners, if they're understanding of that and they're ready for the veterinarian when they arrive and they have the horses prepared and they're up and they're not having to go reach them out in the back corner of the field and taking that time to do that, we really appreciate that, because, and I understand it doesn't work all the time, but whenever it can, we really truly appreciate that, because like I said, time is of the essence, and and we're always happy to oblige. Hey doc, while you're here, kind of deal. Even though we might not have that plan, that happens a lot, and we try to oblige to that as much as we can. So, it helps if you have all your horses ready. If we're doing Coggins on 4 horses and you got 4 stalls, it's so much nicer to have them each stall, and you can just pull blood on each of them and go on. It cuts out the time. And then that veterinarian will have time to, hey doc, while you're here, can you look at this? Okay. So that helps. And I understand in emergency situations, everybody is stressed out. They're worried about their animal, and that's all well and good and understandable. But just be aware that we are trying to do the best we can. I understand that at that time you want our full attention and you deserve our full attention, but you're not the only client we have. There are other people that are pulling us as well. And when we get understanding from clients, it's truly a blessing, because it makes our life a lot better and a lot easier. And we're having a real problem in this profession right now, with especially horse veterinarians. There's just not many coming out of school, and it's kind of because there's a bad rap out there amongst veterinary students and prospective veterinarians that being a horse vet is not the best job to have. So, and part of that is based on client reaction and client interaction with the veterinarian. So anytime that we can help that and make that better, it helps everybody. The profession, owners need veterinarians, and right now it's pretty bleak, honestly, what's coming out of school as far as who wants to be a horse vet. So keep that in mind. We're trying to do the best, and we certainly do the best, and we try. We don't always succeed. We don't always win the battle, but know that we are always giving it our 100%, our all that we can give it, all hours of the day, all hours of the night. We're there for you as a clientele, and if just like the beginning of the piece said, just be kind to your veterinarian goes a long way, and be understanding. Just be understanding that we're trying to do the best we can. Things don't always work out for the best, and they don't always go as smoothly as we'd like it to, but that's life, right? So it's no different with us. We can't make everything perfect, but we certainly are out there giving it our best, and we're trying as hard as we can. And in the end, hopefully we have a good outcome for your horse.
Tell us just a couple of two or three of your favorite things about being a horse vet.
Probably one of my favorite things is working as a team, as being a team member for a performance horse or performance animal. I'm part of that team, and seeing that horse succeed. I'm just getting chill bumps right now just talking about it, because that is the most rewarding for me. When I know that this horse, what this horse has been through, an injury or something that I've helped this horse recover or increase its performance somewhere or other, and it goes out and wins a big Grand Prix or does something like that, that is that's the best. Honestly, that is the best. And and being part of that team and that team member, and going back to that's kind of what we are part of your team on your horse, taking care of your horse. We're part of your caretaking team, and we're all in this for the same goal, the best health for that horse that you can. So that's probably one of my favorite things. The other favorite thing are little kids and their ponies, right? Just the joy that they have, and the concern that they have about their pony, and they or their horse, and they want, they just love them like a stuffed animal. That's so cool, because that's kind of the way I was when I was 8 years old, right? I didn't know anything about this. When I got my first pony, it was just awesome. I wanted a pony forever. And finally, mom and dad broke down and got me a pony. And I just remember what that was like, so I can relate. Yeah, that's the best. And so just being part of that, and and then probably lastly, probably the camaraderie I have with the other veterinarians, that we're all in this game together. We all understand each other, and it's not so much competition. We all help each other out generally, and it's nice to be with others that are in the fight with you, so to speak. So,
Probably bounce ideas off each other.
oh, absolutely, all the time. I mean, absolutely, all the time. We're in communication with other veterinarians in the area, and we talk all the time. We see each other at movies. We see each other. I mean, at movies or at conferences and things like that make it nice and fun, and it makes it enjoyable.
And I was thinking, as far as when you are waiting for your vet to come out, and perhaps you're feeling a little impatient, there is the option of either transporting in to see a vet if you've made contact with the hospital, and that's an option. There's a vet here. You could do that if you didn't want to wait any longer, if you were getting frustrated, or have a good relationship with the transportation company that can bring you in as well. That's an option, especially if you're a good distance away. You might be handling a couple of emergencies. Maybe the client's getting frustrated. You're trying to get out there to them. And so that would be a great option as well, which may end some of the, that when you're getting scared and worried, yes, you're at least driving, right?
Yeah. So absolutely. I haven't figured out how to make 2 or 3 of me at the same time yet. So I can't be in 3 different spaces at once, or 2 for that matter. So certainly if you're worried and you have a referral hospital that's available to you, that's always an option. You're always welcome to put the horse on a trailer and take it in, and have them seen if it's going to be longer than you're comfortable with. I can't have sirens and lights on my truck, unfortunately.
We need to change that in the horse capital. I thought about the other day.
The law doesn't allow that, so they don't care really. But anyway.
So that's an option, definitely. And you can communicate with your veterinary hospital on that. Dr. Adam Cayot, I love that he gets goosebumps when he talks about the things that he truly loves. Seeing those outcomes are amazing. So Louisa Barton here at Peterson and Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care for the Horse Talk Show. This portion of the show is presented by Peterson and Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care. And our TV broadcast sponsor is Larson Farms, Idaho's finest alfalfa. Supporting sponsors are DAC Vitamins and Minerals, Seminole Feed Stores, Lip Chip LLC, Piranha, Florida HVAC Services, Crystal Cryo, Ocala Dog Ranch, and The Drinking Post. Crystal Cryo offers cryoskin facials, cryo slimming, and cryo toning, all non-invasive with no skin damage, no discomfort, no recovery time, and cryo offers a healthier alternative for anti-aging, boost collagen, and freeze fat cells. Check them out now at crystalcryo.net. Crystal Cryo, a beauty spa specializing in body contouring to enhance confidence with self-care, one body at a time.
This show is brought to you in part by Seminole Feed Stores, family owned since 1934. Manufacturing fixed formula horse feeds with mindful monitoring and quality ingredients right here in Ocala in an all-natural, non-medicated feed mill. Seminole Feed, simply the world's best and safest feed. Like them on Facebook now or find them at SeminoleFeed.com.
Horses. Piranha! Oh no! Oh, the humanity! Oh, piranha.
Peterson and Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care seeks to be a leading international veterinary practice that provides state-of-the-art veterinary care to their patients while fostering professional relationships with their clients that stand the test of time. For 24/7 and the best in equine care, check out Peterson and Smith at petersonsmith.com or like them on Facebook now for more information. The Horse Talk Show broadcasts from the CEP's Equine Studios in downtown Ocala in the horse capital.
Hi, this is Hall of Fame jockey Mike Smith. You're listening to the Horse Talk Show.
Welcome back to the Horse Talk Show, presented by Peterson and Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care. Thank you to Larson Farms, our broadcast sponsor.
Idaho's finest alfalfa.
Louisa Barton here in the studio in Ocala, CEP building in downtown in the horse capital of the world. I've got Dancing Pete Rodda from Complementary Horsemanship here with us. And joining us by video, we have Samantha from Reins of H.O.P.E. Hi, Samantha.
Hello. Welcome, everybody.
How are you doing?
Well, we've been better for sure. We sustained a massive flood on our property on January 9th. Thank goodness one of our team members had a gut feeling that we needed to move the horses, even though we were told the creek was going to hold. And in the midst of moving our horses, the water came through and we lost everything but the horses.
Oh, my goodness. So, first of all, I want to mention Brad Bolen from Lip.Chip LLC. He actually connected us with Samantha. He gave me a call, and he has got a heart of gold. He's always concerned about everybody that's in any sort of plight, but most especially people with horses, because it can be so daunting to be in a situation like this. Samantha, tell us a little bit about the weather. Was there a warning? Did you know that there was going to be such a big flood, or is this something that happens in your area just rather rapidly?
Well, first of all, yes, again, big, huge shout out to Brad. He was the first to write a check and send it out for our expenses because our horses were displaced. And again, we are a nonprofit, so we belong to the community. We rely on grants and donations in order to provide our services at no cost. But no, it was completely unexpected. Yes, there was rain. We've encountered rain before. Our ground was saturated, so kind of what prompted our removal was we were afraid our horse trailer and minivan was going to get stuck. And we have 6 horses total, 4 average size horses and 2 miniatures. And so our first concern was our miniature is only 2 feet tall. So our goal was to get her out of there and in the van and up to higher ground. And again, our team member, she said, you know what? I hear the weather report. I hear them telling us this creek is going to hold, but my gut is telling me otherwise. So we went ahead and went with that. And we decided that even if we were wrong, then we just circle back and bring the horses back, right?
Absolutely.
But,
yes.
yeah,
Better to take them out
yes,
and
exactly.
not have a problem than stay and be stuck.
100%. So that's where we went with it. And by the time we made that decision, got the horses loaded into the minivan, the water was already coming up. It was already seeping over the creek. So we were able to bring the horses to higher ground, get the trailer out, load the horses up, and then we were able to get them, all 6 of them, to safety.
Now, after this, kind of, we're looking at some of the photos here of kind of what's left. Can you tell us some of what you've lost?
Everything. The only things we were able to rescue was our trailer and our minivan with the horses. And that was simply because of that gut instinct. We lost our porta potty, our table, our shelter, all of this stuff that where our clients would meet. We do what is called equine assisted psychotherapy. So we use horses in the arena, and we provide services with a licensed marriage family therapist, the same as you would in an office. We just go out in an arena with horses at liberty.
Oh, that's so wonderful.
Yes. Everything is covered in between 3 and 4 feet of mud.
Wow.
We lost all of our panels. There's nothing to go back to. The creek is still running through the property that we were providing these service for at no cost as a nonprofit.
Oh my goodness. Has this ever happened at this property before?
We've been there for 4.5 years, and we've never even seen the creek crest.
Wow. Gosh. So you must have had a lot of rain.
We had a lot of rain. The ground was very saturated, and it just didn't have anywhere to go. So it created this path right through our property. And as heart-wrenching as it is for us, Louisa, it's our clients. These are their horses. This is their safety net. This was where they went to receive therapy. And you can imagine how detrimental that would be to see this, to feel this, to not even be able to reconnect with the horses that they've worked so hard in this modality, this therapy. Can you imagine seeing that? So we've been really trying hard to let people know that horses are safe. They are okay, because the rest can be replaced.
Oh my goodness, that's a lot of water. Have you ever seen anything like that?
Yeah, in Oklahoma I did.
Yeah.
That's, gosh, that's really tragic. Is there any kind of plan of action to solve the problem or to help or anything yet, or is it too soon? And the most important thing is the horses are safe, obviously. But is there any way you can carry on with your program off property, or is that too difficult?
No, absolutely. So we are able to provide some of our services off property. We have had so many people come forward to say, Sam, bring the horses here. Reins of H.O.P.E, please, I've got a place. We just have to be mindful that we do have 6 horses, so we always have to look at zoning. It's not like it's something we can provide in a backyard because we need confidentiality as well.
Right.
And so, so we do have another arena we're able to access. We are not able to do it where the horses are currently because it was just in an emergency placement. So we are on the hunt daily for a new place that will provide not only our horses, 6 horses with stability and safety, but our clients as well as confidentiality. So it's a little unique. It's not just a boarding facility that we're looking for. It truly is, a place for people to come, be provided the therapy, and do the work. We work with at-risk youth, veterans with PTS, active duty, and first responders. So this is a unique modality.
Well, we do have up on the screen, if you're watching on television or on Facebook, the text donate information for you. And there is also a phone number up here, 609-212-0627 that you can call. You can also go to rohvc.org for more information so that you can find out how you can help, how you can donate. Or, in fact, if you're in this area or county, perhaps you can offer an alternative facility. Can you tell us what area you're in California? I know. What area are you in, Sam?
So we're in Southern California, Ventura County.
Okay, wonderful. So if there's anybody out there in that area that can possibly help in any way, make a donation. Or if you have any suggestions at all, they would love to hear from you. Samantha, thank you for the great work you do. Our absolute sympathy and prayers are with you. I know it's a very, very difficult time for you guys, but you do great work and you're greatly appreciated. So we certainly hope that we can help, and we'll share this and spread the word as much as we can.
And thank you for everybody that's donated and been a part of our recovery. We could not share how much we appreciate it.
Thank you, Sam, so much. Take care. That was Sam with Reins of H.O.P.E. Thank you to Brad Bolen for letting us know that the situation was so dire for them. And we certainly hope, as an equine community, that we can help them in any way possible. We'll be back, speaking of Brad Bolen, with Brad Bolen from LipChip after the break. Stay with us.
Welcome back to the Horse Talk Show. Have you ever heard of a horse that can talk? Listen to this. With your host, Louisa Barton. She's literally in love with every horse. Presented by Palm Chevrolet, your hometown Chevy experience. She's back in the saddle again. And now here's your host,
Pretty.
Louisa Barton. She's a Brit, she's got the gift of the gab, and her guests are fab.
Larson Farms is our TV broadcast sponsor. Mr. Richard Larson, a man of great integrity, cares about every single bale of hay and about taking care of his customers. He also has a huge heart for those genuinely in need. Larson Farms, Idaho's finest alfalfa.
With over 70 years of collective experience in the horse industry, Lip-Chip was built with integrity by horsemen for horsemen. Introducing the Chip Link system. Powered by Lip-Chip, where a 15-digit unique ID becomes a key to unlock not only identity, but also health paperwork, owner information, and even photos of each horse. So simple, even a child can do it. The future is here. The future is Lip-Chip.
This show is brought to you in part by DAC Vitamins and Minerals of Florida. All horses need a solid immune system, excellent joint support, a healthy gut, and DAC has all the vitamins and minerals they need with the NASC stamp of approval. So like them on Facebook now or go to feeddac.com. DAC, it makes a world of difference.
This hour of the Horse Talk Show is presented by Palm Chevrolet in Ocala, where the entire team is committed to making your experience in sales and service hassle-free and easier than ever with no games or gimmicks. Come in and visit on Southwest College Road or online at palmchevrolet.com. A second-to-none experience with all the amenities. Palm Chevy, find new roads.
The Equine Performance and Innovative Center, situated on 30 pristine acres in the horse capital of the world, is one of the finest and most complete conditioning and rehab centers for equines and canines in the nation, including an equine hyperbaric chamber, aqua pacer, water treadmill, cold water leg spa, equine swimming pool, Eurosizer, and more. Epic equine veterinarians specializing in rehab and conditioning. For more information, go to epcrehab.com or find them on social media. The Horse Talk Show broadcasts from the CEP's Equine Studios in downtown Ocala in the horse capital.
Hi, this is Hall of Fame jockey Mike Smith. You're listening to the Horse Talk Show.
We've had a lot of fun.
We have. As most people know, we've been watching the show and listening, heard a lot about Lip-Chip. You've seen their commercials, obviously, so you know a lot about it. We're educating a lot of people in the horse capital on this technology. And a lot of that has to do with horse safety and welfare and health, which is absolutely the top of everybody's thoughts in all horse competitions. We're especially thinking about integrity and transparency, and that's of great importance. But Brad, if you can just give us a quick rundown of what Lip-Chip is for any new listeners.
It's an equine technology company. We use microchips so we can identify these horses in all the different disciplines. We have daily health checks that we do on them, can keep up with the medical records for these horses. We have a sister company in Tennessee, that Newton RFID, that we do a lot of work with, that have some patents for veterinary, digital veterinary deals, all your Coggins, your health certificates and all that kind of stuff. We also have work tabs for the racetrack. So you can come in and scan a horse and pull up the app, and you can actually work those horses and keep them. We have pretty close to 40 portals all through the deal for different kinds of deals. You have attending veterinarians, you have your regulatory veterinarians, you have your owners, you have your trainers, all that kind of stuff where everybody receives permissions and you keep up with everything on that particular horse on what you want to keep up with it.
I think it's amazing. So something I love about it is the thought that you can take the scanner and you can literally have a night watchman or a groom or one of your staff go down the line and and get the temp off a horse, really just its muzzle over the door and boom, straight down the line, and really eliminate a great deal of time going in the stall. And you even mentioned like the 15 touch points when we were talking earlier, the 15 touch points that there are in order to get into a stall with a horse to take a temp. If the horse is potentially coming down with something contagious, maybe even zoonotic or something that a person can carry on their clothes to another horse or another barn, you're avoiding all of that by being able to take that temp right outside the door.
Yeah, and it's real simple because you don't ever have to touch them. So even if you're using a sleeve on the readers, say you had Lord forbid we have an outbreak, but so you do have an outbreak and they have to temp those horses every day. It's been really neat to show the veterinarians, that we actually shot a lot of footage, and you got around 15 touch points just to catch a horse and take his temperature rectally. You have about 11 touch points, believe it or not, if the horse is in the stall, to try to get to the nuchal ligament. Most horses, even wild horses, we've done some donkeys and mules that came through the government program that are wild. They're not even, they've never been touched by human hands, but for some reason they're always curious and they'll stick their nose right up there beside the reader, and we have it.
And you have it, yeah.
And so it's really cool. So, it's nice that we've had some major associations come to us and say, hey, look, we need to look at this. One of them, thanks to you, and now we're doing some work for them and getting ready to do more work for them. But just because of those touch points, a lot of people have that aha moment because they're like, really, I never thought about that. Because you get 30 horses in the barn and you go in and touch 15 spots to temp 30 horses. That's 450 touch points.
Mm-hmm.
So it adds up really quick when you have something like that happen.
And to think you don't have to be a super experienced horse person. So if you do have a night watchman, let's say at a racetrack during a major race or even a regular race, you don't actually have to have a trained horseman who can go in a stall. You actually could have a night watchman that has enough knowledge to know how to read a nose. And if you've got horses going out to training in the track every day, how much time you're saving that you don't have to send an employee into the stall with each horse first to get a temp before you want to either gallop or breeze. So there's so many benefits.
A lot of people are really excited about it because one of the major farms in Kentucky, we've included them in the pilot project, and they got 300 head of horses there that they're taking temps on twice a day. It takes 2 employees all day long, and by the time they start and then go again,
it's their day.
It's their day, and with the difficulty of getting help nowadays, the problem is you can take one guy. I'll give you an example. We had about 700 in the pilot project at Lone Star Park, and got a young man that works for me, Nate, and he's not a horseman. He's just now learning, and he's learning how to be a horseman, but he had never been around horses. And by the time it was all said and done, he was doing 60, 70 daily health checks on horses in a matter of minutes. And so I always say it's kind of cool because they have that aha moment, because people walk in and all the trainers are there. They can't get help. The grooms are overworked, and they're having to take temps, and sometimes they take them, sometimes they don't take them, but so it's really cool.
It is. It's definitely all about the safety of the horse, and even going in and out of showgrounds, in the jumping world or the eventing world, you know what horse is coming in, that it doesn't have a temperature. You've got all of its records in one nice, easy app to maintain. So you actually can go in and check everything, make sure up to date. When you're arriving at the showgrounds, they can see everything all in one app. The fact that you can even clock a horse on there, on the racetrack. So you've got all your speeds for your galloping and then your breeze. You can do all of those and have a nice little graph with all of that. You can even have a nice little graph with all the temps. And then for breeding, wonderful. When you're trying to see if a mare is ready or not. I mean, that's incredible.
Yeah, it's been pretty cool. Last year, we breed a lot of quarter horses, so we started working. And so, the veterinarian comes in and ultrasounds a mare, and you scan her right before you get it in, pull her up, drop down boxes come down. She's got a follicle on the right side. This is how big it is. We keep up with the temps. And so we got to noticing last year, we don't have it down exactly yet, what we got to noticing last year, that usually right before those mares ovulate, that their temperature will spike up, 2/10 or whatever. So she's got a 45 follicle and she's fixing to ovulate 2/10 up, order the semen, get it in, or if they're breeding live cover with the thoroughbred horses, they know to go ahead and cover the mare. And so it's really cool. And then you can keep the records, like with the quarter horses, if you bred to One Famous Eagle, well, she was bred at this date, One Famous Eagle shipped from this farm. So, I mean, it's kind of like a who's who of what you got on a horse. So, and you don't have to share. Everybody's always scared. I mean, we've had a lot of people in the rodeo world that they're worried about sharing. You don't have to share with anything. That's your app, your phone, your deal.
Right.
You do what you want.
Exactly. It's protected. It's yours. And who you want to share it with, you can choose.
And, some of the racing jurisdictions now, and of course, HISA, which is a hot topic nowadays at the racetrack, they're asking for a lot of information. And I get it, because with all the herpes outbreaks that they had in the last few years, it's a tough situation. So
it's all about the safety of the horse, and we're all about that. So I can't believe that's the end of the segment already. That was so fast, but what a lot of information. And you can find out more information by going to Lip-Chip LLC on the internet. You can also find them on social media, and of course get more information from us. We're very happy to have Brad Bolen here, CEO of Lip-Chip. I think this technology is going to be an absolute game changer. Louisa Barton here for the Horse Talk Show. Thank you to the presenting sponsor of this portion of the Horse Talk Show, Palm Chevrolet, your hometown Chevy experience. Thank you to our TV broadcast sponsor, Larson Farms, Idaho's finest alfalfa. Also, thank you to supporting sponsors, Nirvana Medical Spa, TT Distributors, Summit Joint Performance, Equine, Midnight Rose Equestrian, the Florida Horse Park, Horse Farms Forever, and the Equine Performance and Innovative Center. Having an air conditioner that works well in Florida is a must. Experience peace of mind by working with Florida HVAC Services, a family-owned and operated company taking pride in always putting their customers first, providing air conditioner repair, installation, and maintenance services on all makes and models. For those suffering from allergies or asthma, air quality testing is recommended and hospital-grade air filters are available. Ask about a pure air filtration system today. Check them out at flhvacservices.com or like them on Facebook. Florida HVAC Services, serving all of North Central Florida with honesty, integrity, and the highest value of workmanship. And that's 100% guaranteed.
This show is brought to you in part by Seminole Feed Stores, family owned since 1934. Manufacturing fixed formula horse feeds with mindful monitoring and quality ingredients right here in Ocala in an all-natural, non-medicated feed mill. Seminole Feed, simply the world's best and safest feed. Like them on Facebook now or find them at seminolefeed.com.
Horses. Piranha! Oh no! Oh, the humanity! Oh, piranha.
My name is Dr. Natalie Solomon. I formulated Equine with cutting-edge science and technology alongside the passion that is represented by a lifelong love of horses. I created a product that I would trust for my horses because they deserve nothing but the best for their bodies. Horses rely on us to take care of them, to love them, to respect them. This is how Equine came to life. Equine, CBD for your horse that you can trust.
The Horse Talk Show broadcasts from the CEP's Equine Studios in downtown Ocala in the horse capital.
Hi, this is Hall of Fame jockey Mike Smith. You're listening to the Horse Talk Show.
Welcome back to the second half of the Horse Talk Show, presented by Palm Chevrolet, your hometown Chevy experience. Thank you to Larson Farms, our TV broadcast sponsor.
Idaho's finest alfalfa.
I'm Louisa Barton in the CEP studios in downtown Ocala in the horse capital of the world. Dancing Pete Rodda from Complementary Horsemanship, and Olivia from Crystal Cryo is with us, and she is going to share some of the amazing experience that we enjoyed at the CEP's Equine Initiative presented by Piranha when we were introduced to the United Paso Finos in Summerfield. And it was a great fun group, and honestly, just a wonderful bunch of people that really appreciated learning about this phenomenal breed. And actually, there's our Piranha chaps right there. We've got Kyle and Ben there.
They're so awesome.
They really are. They're really good sports.
Us three were the first ones there, and I was like, my guys. And we hung out there for like 10 minutes. Yes, and they are actually supporting sponsors of the Paso Fino shows that we have in this area. Oh, awesome. And we're actually working towards the title of Paso Fino Capital of the USA, because we really believe that we have those sort of numbers. Now this here is, it's a nice lip chip there, vest showing up. This is actually Muriel from MD Equine Therapy and BEMA also, and this is her first ever ride on a Paso Fino. She is an equestrian, but she's actually having her very first experience here, and she absolutely loved it. She really, really enjoyed that. She did so good, too.
She did.
Good. Like, I never would have guessed she's never rode a Paso Fino before.
She really enjoyed it. She was laughing and grinning, and she had some really great things to say about the Equine Initiative. She said that the experiences that she's had while she's been part of the CEP's Equine Initiative have been absolutely just amazing. She's thoroughly enjoyed it. She's actually had new experiences that she just would have never had. She would have never just walked on people's farms and introduced herself and said, "Hey, can I ride your horse?" So interconnecting, people who have only been around certain breeds and disciplines with others is such a wonderful experience. But here they are all being bathed and just beautiful, beautiful horses. And actually, these are some of these are champions. A lot of them are. Many of them belong to people who compete and win in the top echelons of the Paso Fino world. So,
yeah, they had a beautiful barn, beautiful setup, really functional. Got some ideas with different tie rails and stuff like that. That's what I really saw out of it. But they said they had 110 Paso Finos out there.
And bathing them to make sure that they sparkle is a fantastic idea, especially if you use Shine Equine, by the way, which I need to share with you guys. But this is actually a Paso Fino baby and not a Paso Fino mom, because she is actually an embryo baby. So the neat thing of watching this little foal jog alongside the mother is that she doesn't copy the mother. She is born gated with the Paso Fino gait at birth, which is really amazing.
Her sewing machine tempo.
Yeah,
and
really.
Mom was walking in little trot.
Yeah, it's really neat to watch. Lovely little baby, and
she was 6 days old.
Just amazing. I mean, what a cutie, adorable. Look at those legs. Love foal legs. But everybody just thought it was an amazing experience. And yes, the barn is beautiful. And the social area they have in that barn is, it's just phenomenal for little get-togethers and Equine 101s. And we actually had a representative there from the Marion County Public School System. They're trying to send somebody to every one of the equine meetings now. There's Alei Ortiz there on the left with Ben from Piranha and Olivia, all decked out there in her riding gear. But Alei is one of the kindest-hearted, sweetest, most welcoming ladies
really
you'll ever
is.
meet. She's so proud of the breed that she represents so well, and I think that makes her extra special. To her, it's not just a horse, not that we say just a horse, but she's really proud of the breed and how far they've come with their breeding program too.
And I've said this before, the Pasos people that show Pasos are probably the nicest show people you'll ever meet. They're always like, come on, come see my horse in the back. Would you like to ride? I mean, they're just like, hey, try this out. You know, this is a lot of fun. And
here's a pro.
We have a lot to learn from.
We do. You're right. Because they are the most welcoming. I brought the mayor of Ocala out to the World Equestrian Center at the last big show they had here. And Jose Colon, who is the association over the entire U.S. president, actually put the mayor of Ocala on his champion stallion.
That's awesome.
Yes. Wow. So, I just think the way that they...
Experiences that you can only get in the horse capital of the world.
I feel like that's spot on. But this horse here, I think, was 5, I think they said. But this is a very experienced Paso Fino rider and a more experienced horse out here. So you actually kind of get to see, what they can do with, and both Olivia and Muriel did an amazing job with them, but you actually can kind of see the different sort of tempos that they can get into because they've obviously ridden and shown these horses a lot. But it's neat to see them, and this one, I believe, is that Edgar? No, there's Edgar. So the closer horse to us, if you're watching, not just listening, is actually very young. I think only 3, and not showing yet. So, here you have a very young horse out there with, a lot of commotion, a lot of people, and even a dog running around, a dog that he's used to, by the way, but the dog that actually lives there at the farm. But still incredible to see a young horse that, is obviously completely focused on what the rider wants, not looking at the crowd, not wondering who the crowd are. I think that's very impressive that they're on their job when you get on. It's like, okay,
it's like a sparkle.
It is. And this was so we could hear the sound. They actually do have a sounding board, but I think they were having some renovations in the arena, so we actually didn't go in the arena. But this was so you could hear the footfall, because in the shows the judges actually judge the horses by the sound on the sounding board. So this was so we could actually hear that. And
I've gone to shows where they put the show how smooth they are. They put a glass of wine on their hats, and they'll ride around the arena, and not one drop comes out. Oh, there's Olivia.
There's me.
Yeah, so this was... tell us what you thought of riding a Paso Fino as a newbie in the horse world and a newbie on a Paso Fino.
It was amazing. It was almost indescribable, and that I think that's just a part of I don't have, a lot of experience. But it was really cool. I loved it. I was beaming ear to ear afterwards. It was like a whole sparkle moment,
You were actually grinning like a Cheshire cat,
I was so excited.
British expression.
And it was so smooth because it looks not smooth.
Lots of RPMs, but smooth.
Yeah. It's like, oh, I'm so fast. I'm so fast. And then it was just like, I'm gliding on a cloud.
Yes, I know. It's an amazing experience. The first time that I rode one was actually, you see it in the opener. You see me on Donna, I think it's Donna Bell, I think that was her name. And then, thank you very much. Donna Blanca, is that right? Doña.
You must have the Spanish.
Doña Blanca.
Take the English and make it Spanish.
Anyway, I loved it. It was a couple years ago before I broke my neck. And yes, I did show and win a ribbon, which was all about the horse, not me, by the way. But still an amazing experience. We'll be back on the Horse Talk Show after this break. Stay with us. Thank you to the presenting sponsor of this portion of the Horse Talk Show, Palm Chevrolet, your hometown Chevy experience. Thank you to our TV broadcast sponsor, Larson Farms, Idaho's finest alfalfa. Also, thank you to supporting sponsors, Nirvana Medical Spa, TT Distributors, Summit Joint Performance, Equine, Midnight Rose Equestrian, the Florida Horse Park, Horse Farms Forever, and the Equine Performance and Innovative Center.
This hour of the Horse Talk Show is presented by Palm Chevrolet in Ocala, where the entire team is committed to making your experience in sales and service hassle-free and easier than ever with no games or gimmicks. Come in and visit on Southwest College Road or online at palmchevrolet.com. A second-to-none experience with all the amenities. Palm Chevy, find new roads.
The Equine Performance and Innovative Centre, situated on 30 pristine acres in the horse capital of the world, is one of the finest and most complete conditioning and rehab centres for equines and canines in the nation, including an equine hyperbaric chamber, aqua pacer, water treadmill, cold water leg spa, equine swimming pool, Eurosizer, and more. Epic equine veterinarians specialising in rehab and conditioning. For more information, go to epcrehab.com or find them on social media.
This show was brought to you in part by TT Distributors, dedicated to bringing their customers the largest selection of quality horse supplements, products, and farrier supplies in Florida at affordable prices. Also online at ttdistributors.com.
The Horse Talk Show broadcasts from the CEP's Equine Studios in downtown Ocala in the horse capital.
Hi, this is Hall of Fame jockey Mike Smith. You're listening to the Horse Talk Show.
We're back.
Back on the Horse Talk Show, presented by Palm Chevrolet, your hometown Chevy experience. Thank you to Larson Farms, our broadcast sponsor.
Idaho's finest alfalfa.
Louisa Barton here in the CEP Equine Studios in downtown Ocala, the horse capital of the world, with my co-host, Dancing Pete Rodda from Complementary Horsemanship, and we also have Olivia Fuller here from Crystal Cryo. And we have been talking a little bit about a wonderful Paso Fino experience. We really wanted to kind of hear it right from the horse's mouth. From Olivia, which was wonderful as a first-time Paso rider, but we're going to switch it up now, and we're going to take it to Pete's Horsemanship Tip of the Week.
Dancin Pete's Tip of the Week, brought to you by Complementary Horsemanship. All right. Today's tip of the week is patience. So how patient are you when you're riding your horse, doing things on the ground? Do you give up quickly, or do you have the patience to see it through? And I heard this a long time ago about patience is knowledge. So if you know how long a house is to be built, you're not asking the builder in 2 weeks, why isn't my house built? So in 6 months or 7 months, you might be saying, why isn't my house built? So patience is knowledge, knowing how long it may take to get somewhere. So don't get in a hurry and go, well, it didn't happen in a week. It didn't happen in an hour. Well, it might take 2 weeks. It might take a year. Everybody's different, just like us. We learn all at a different pace. So be patient with your horse.
Patience. Yes.
It sparkles with patience.
You really do like to make up things. And anyway, Isaac, our show producer, is going to say there cannot be an S on the end of it, because it is actually the word, and he doesn't count it if it's a...
Well, I did go to college, and English was my second language. That's why I took animal science.
I actually want to talk a little bit about an experience that I had this week, and the focus here is we talk a lot about horses on the Horse Talk Show, which makes sense because the Horse Talk Show would kind of reflect that. But there is a very important part of owning a horse, and that is the person who feeds it, cares for it, rides for it, grooms it, bathes it, etc. And we do care about our equestrians very much. One of the reasons that we've shared with you some great products and services available for equestrians to make sure that they relax and take care of themselves and all that sort of thing, because normally that's last for equestrians. So coming up in the next few weeks, we're going to start sharing with you some very, very interesting services that I've tried this week, and actually Olivia has also. And that is somewhere called the Reboot Self-Care Clinic. And I felt this was interesting because what they do for humans somewhat, they can do for dogs and horses as well, which is really neat. And that is they pull a little bit of hair and they test it. and after they test it, it actually lets you know kind of how toxic you are and how many issues that you might have that might need cleansing from your body. And most of us do, probably more so if we're equestrians on the farm, mainly because we tend to not take care of ourselves as well as we should. There's also a wonderful hyperbaric chamber there, a red light, a number of other services. They've got some IVs as well that you can go and sit in a nice comfortable chair for overall wellness. And the really nice thing is they actually can run a scan on you that takes some amazing numbers from that report and puts them together. You can tell them nothing about yourself, and that report will show them everything. And today I got to see mine. And yes, is right. Much as I expected, it could be weeks or months before I'm not as toxic as I am. But very exciting to see what they can do to actually remedy that situation, and how maybe you have a horse that doesn't necessarily have anything diagnosably wrong with it. So maybe, it's not necessarily colicking and it doesn't have any kind of disease or known sort of health issue, but it's just not quite right. And you can actually have that hair sample pulled and taken to their lab, and they can actually pinpoint what your horse is lacking, whether that be a mineral or a supplement or some kind of a vitamin, or has some lack somewhere.
What? A vitamin?
A vitamin.
A vitamin?
A vitamin. It's your British banter word of the week. Vitamin. So I think it's really neat. And also we talked about my dog, Aslan, who, has been on the canine CBD from Equine and has had a lot of success with that. But he is a dog that does shed a lot. And Fabian said there are dogs who shed a lot, and sometimes there's a reason why they shed a lot. He's always shed more than most dogs. So interesting will be to see what that shows, and perhaps there's some deficiencies there, with Aslan that I don't know about. He was also extremely excited to meet Dr. Natalie Solomon from Equine and talk to her about her CBD products, because he loved the idea that they were made here in Ocala. So, so just exciting partnerships that are coming out of that. And as I begin my process of getting better,
I'm with you.
Yeah. I actually start next Thursday on the protocol. So I will be reporting to you how I'm feeling. I will keep you up to date on the progress I make with energy levels and some other things that we're probably going to have to talk about. But I want to say I'm just so impressed so far with just the results of the initial kind of scan and hair test to say they're spot on. Mm-hmm. And that's incredible, because how they know all of that about me. And I spent a couple of hours talking to the doctor there, and really excited about the knowledge that he has, and how much they can help people with. And much like the Equine Performance and Innovative Center that offers so many rehabilitative services for horses to keep them well.
Would that be epic?
That would be epic. And the fact that they can do that for horses, and that these people can do this for people. And I may have tried out Epic as a person, but that's not the normal standard. So how nice to kind of have this company here that can do that, can offer the hyperbaric and offer the red light and offer those services to equestrians so we can feel well. And, if you're feeling sluggish, if you've got anxiety, if you're not feeling very well, if you're not eating right, if you're not sleeping.
And equestrians, we always eat right.
Right. Yeah, that would be, we were more concerned about our hay for our horses than we are our dinner.
Idaho's finest.
Yes, Idaho's finest alfalfa. So, if you're treating your horse to Epic, which is wonderful if you are, maybe it's time to treat yourself to the equivalent. And then the fact that they can also find out if your dog or your horse is ailing or lacking in anything that it may need to feel better too, might solve some horse problems as well. So I am definitely going to have my Mustang's hair tested, and we're going to see what Mr. Flynn might be lacking.
You're not going to do Mary, quite contrary?
She's got issues of her own. I don't know if
I think that if they could scan her on the anxiety one, she'd probably be like, "What?"
They're gonna be like, "Wow, she's an ass."
That is a donkey, by the way. That is the end of the show. Would you believe it flew by? But thank you so much for joining us, guys. Thank you for sharing your Paso Fino experience, horsemanship tip of the week, patience. Whether you're in Ocala, Marion County, the horse capital of the world, or not. Happy horsing around.
And keep that sparkle on.
Oh, that was good. We'll be back next week.
See ya.